My name is Dr. Biodun Onalaja. To God be the glory. I'm the chairman, the CEO of Hyst Global Business Limited. Our product's name is called Okun rice. And Okun rice, we have it in 1 kg, we want it in 5 kg, we have it in 10 kg, 25 kg, and 50 kg bags. We have NAFDAC registered on those sizes. We did that so in order for Okun rice to be spread out and can be affordable. Like the 1 kg now, the student supermarket, they sell a lot. Campuses like Unilag, if you go there, you see Okun rice. They buy like they buy Indomie because it's cheaper for them to buy a 1 kg at 500 naira. It's cheaper for them. So we make it affordable and everybody can afford to buy it, no matter your status. You should be able to buy Okun rice. I started, that was in 2010. 2009, when former President Obasanjo came to England after the independence. They used to come. Then we have a Christopher Colade as our High Commissioner in Britain, in the United Kingdom. So anytime it comes like that, they always call all of us to come and meet the president. We do independence dinner and everything like that. So I went and approached Baba Obasanjo when he was president then, that I have people that are the Pakistans that are ready to do oil in Nigeria. You know, he doesn't like hearing all those things. I said, why not agriculture? So to call the lawsuit, that's how we started. Said we should come to Nigeria. So when we came, we went to Villa, we met him, and then before we know it, he has organized meeting with the governor of Taraba State. That one came with his commissioner for agriculture. Reverend Jolly Nyame was the governor during that time of Taraba State. So to call the long story short, they gave us 10,000 hectares of land at Upper Benue River Basin in Gasso, precisely, in Taraba. So we started. I went back to England, from there to America. I made WM. They are from Nebraska. If you know Nebraska State in America, they are very good in agriculture. We planted 100 hectares of land. That was when President of African Development Bank, Dr. Akim Adesina, was the Minister for Agriculture. He actually came, visited us, saw what we are doing. We went back. Unfortunately, we were in Chicago having a conference that we heard about the national disaster of that flood that happened 2012 in Nigeria, that affected most of the northern part and up to your state when they opened the Cameroon, what did they call it again? River channels, something like that. So it affected us, and unfortunately for us, nothing like insurance that time. But because we are during that time, when we came back to Abuja with him, he gave us a letter. That was when they started PPP with private sectors, participation, all this. So we started like that. So we have a letter that Federal Minister of Agriculture partnered with Hyst Global Business Limited. That's the name of our company. So that was the saving grace. But during the time of compensation, we didn't have any insurance company that time. We just planted, and they saw our seriousness. So it was true that the now President of African Development, Dr. Akim Adesina, when he was the Minister for Agri, now moved us to Kogi State. So they gave us Lower Niger River Basin at Ijiba, Yagba, west of area of Kogi State. So we started there. The first people that came to meet us that was the Brigade Foundation. We do empowerment program for the undernutrition for the women, rural women, and they paid us in dollars. So we were able to use that money to process our first rice mill. Because as a farmer, if you don't finish the value chain, you are just working for the millers. So that was how we started We bought the mill. We went for NAFDAC. We got our NAFDAC number 2018 October. Baba Basojo and launched Okun rice, to go with the glory. We did the launching. Unfortunately for us, 2018 March, April was when we had our problem with the headsmen, the people that the governor, present governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello. If you remember very well, vividly 2018-19, when they were pleading the Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, Metiaya, that we should accommodate the headsmen and everything. So we now said they can come to the people from the Benue and Nasarawa. Those things started from there. That they can come to Kogi State. So when they came, obviously, they'll go for where there is water, because they need water for their cattle and everything. So they brought them to Lower Nigeria River Basin, where we are planting. When we are there, we do 2 dry season planting and 1 wet season, which is rain fed. We do that one. So it was our harvest that we are doing in April to start for the rain fed. We are harvesting, and these cattle, they were there eating our rice. You know how painful it is for someone with something nurture for 3-4 months, and about harvesting. We did all those signs for them to come and take their cattle. They refused to. So we now went to the police station. We went to go and report the case. When we reported the case, they followed us to this place. They saw it. They too, they did those signs. That we normally do for call them Boro people to come out. They didn't come. So it was the DPO there that suggested, okay, what we can do now. I have a thunder truck that we should take 1 or 2 of these cattle, put inside the truck, and go and put at the police station. So that was what we did, and that was what caused my problem. So we took it there, thinking that these Fulani people, herdsmen, will come. They didn't come. And that night, they went there with their petrol, killed 2 of my security men on duty. They killed them. They set the place ablaze fire. They put petrol and everything, burned the whole place down. So once they say twice shy, what happened to us in Taraba, we didn't allow it to happen again. So we did our insurance this time around with Nigeria Agric Insurance Company. The head office in Lokoja. So we called them, because they said if there's any disaster or anything, we should quickly call them under 48 hours, which we did. But unfortunately, when they came, they did everything that they said they would write, they write us back. When we saw their letter, unfortunately, the letter is in my head office in Lagos now. They said that the policy we made with them, there wasn't like herdsmen. You see that if there is flood or there is drought, that they will compensate us. So they are sorry, no compensation for us. So that was how, and they were threatening that if they see me in this blah blah blah, they will kill us, do this. I told them for my life. But as I first went back to UK to meet my family, I started praying, okay, what is the way forward? I've invested so much. I've sold my house in Lagos. I cannot go back. When I came, UBA especially, it was my first bank. They said, my company is a new company, startup business. They didn't do that. No 3 years audited account, nothing like that they will assist. So I had to sell my house. So after doing that, we went back. So after praying everything, I consulted President Basojo. Well, he was president then. He wasn't no longer president. It was Good Luck that was there. From that 2012. So 2013, that it happened 2012. 2013 was when after so many prayers, contacting people, they said, well, then we're the vice president. I wrote a letter to the vice president, and he honored my letter. He called me through his chief of staff. He's still the person there now, the deputy chief of staff, which is Baye. So he wrote to the Minister for Water Resources that from Mr. Vice President, that if you can relocate this man to another better place, precisely Okun River Basin is my townsman if he can go back home. So that was how they called the MD of Okun River Basin. Odumosu is like the present MD of Okun River Basin. That's how we came to this place. They gave us here. But when we are there, we own 1,000 hectares of land. We did Akobora. We empower 5,000 people. We are doing well there. No shortage of paddy. But when we got to Lagos, Lagos is a forest area. So, and my caterpillar cart that I have was because that area is a savanna area. So they gave us 50 hectares of land here. You've been there, you saw it. We were able to clear 20 and the machine back up. But it was D6, not D8. So it doesn't have the capacity to cut this forest thing here. So that was how we are managing that. But in alternative, what we decided to do under reforestation of Nigeria, I got a memo, MOE, Memorandum of Understanding from their president, Alhaji Goroyo, that whatever they produce in Southwest, their farmers association, and in North Center, they should give it to us. That is where we are now. Before the system, the health insecurity started, COVID came in last year. We couldn't do much. This year now, we are trying to do much, but insecurity, even up to this area, to the kidnapping in my area here. But though we are mechanized farmers, you can see everything outside. Maybe you need to go and do video and do coverage of our tractors, our harvester, our planter, everything that we have outside there. But notwithstanding, there's whatever we produce here cannot be enough. So we still need to go to Bida. And I was telling you that the mill that we brought is in Bida now. We have to relocate those ones there. So because your factory should be with availability of your raw materials. So since we have a letter from Refan that whatever they produce, that way Bida, Niger State is still under North Central. So you have rapport with them up to Kebbi at Agungo to get paddy rice to mill and bring there. You can see the roads. It's part of the challenge you're having over here. Thank God you came and you say that this road is not good at all. It won't attract any customer to come and meet us here, to come and do business with us. But we, through government intervention, through the River Basin Authority, from Djibouti now, they've started doing that road up to Idowa now. Hopefully they'll finish it to this area, so we can have full activities in this area. But the only thing I enjoy here is that nearest to the market, we are very close to Lagos. And Lagos is the hub, commercial hub of Nigeria. Everything they produce from the north, they bring everything to here for them to eat. So that is the only advantage I have, and that's the only hope we have now on this our place here. If you want me to chip in this place was founded or started, was built during Baba Sojo when he was the head of state. 1976, Operation Feed the Nation. So I will take you around to see what they are using this place for during that time. I think they brought in Chinese that time. There's something at that time called Itoken rice. And Shagari, when he left, he handed over to Shagari. Shagari tried to start this river basin thing all over. He was the one started it. But unfortunately, during Shagari, they started this importation license, which that's why we are backward in agriculture in Nigeria up to today. We are used to anything imported. And we have the land, we have everything, natural resources that can take us anywhere. But unfortunately, Nigeria is a dumping ground. My success factor is passion, persevere. I keep on telling people, I give lectures and I go around. There's no business you are doing in this world that you won't have challenges. All business have its ups and downs. But if you have passion for it, you won't be jumping from one business to another. When we Nigerians, we like it. Yeah, what is moving now? People will rush there, guru. When they bite their fingers, they rush out again. But if you have passion, you stick to it. I stick to this because I love farming. Although my background was building technology that I did as my first degree, but now I have passion for this. That's why whatever challenge I face, I'm ready. I have the shock absorber to stand and move forward. The major challenges is our government. Our government, they are not serious. I'm sorry to say. Both federal, state, there's nothing like local government again. And we all know that. Let's speak the most federal and state. Federal is in a little way, they are trying their best, but their best is not enough. State, they are the major problems. When I was in Kogi State, if they call us in Minister of Agriculture, if they call us at sick you see their governors following them up and down, backing them up, getting so many facilities from federal government, say Central Bank of Nigeria. And when I came to Southwest, hardly you see their governors. I'm sorry to say this, they are not interested. Not even Southwest, the whole South generally. They are not interested in agriculture. They are used to, we're so dependent on enough to be feeding us here with food stuff. Anything can happen anytime. So that is what I say. If federal government and state, they are really serious, you know the players on this things. As little as Hyst Global is, Okun rice, we have a tractor, one tractor, John Deere brand new one that we bought terminal. We have our cart, DCs, we have planter, harvester, all this. But as a commercial farmer, we don't need to buy all those things. Government is supposed to be the one doing this for us. Go to China, go to America, you in a county, state area, you see people doing this kind of job. All you need to do is just go and book. And so date, Hyst Global will be doing Islam preparation. Hyst Global to do land clearing. Federal government will bring all those things. They will do it for you. And that's how you can feed. I'm competing with other people now. Diesel is now 350 naira per liter. How do you want me to cope? No government incentives at all. Lagos State government just gave us 300 hectares of land now. Is there now for climbing that one alone? You know how many millions going to run? Do you know how many dozer we need to do that clearing? So those are the challenges. If you really want availability of food in Nigeria, government, federal and state government, state government, they should be fully involved in agriculture. Honestly, that's what I say. All those agricultural equipment, farm equipment, they want to provide for us. See the rate of dollar now, how many people can afford to change? Where is even the money? If you go to a bank now, commercial lending, you know how much is it? 30-something%. There's no way you can make it. Those are the things government is supposed to do. Abroad, government will be the one doing, and they will be the one doing your back. They'll come back and buy everything back from you. No storage facilities, no. I will show you the warehouse 10 capacity, 10 trailers capacity that I'm building now. Borrowing money from one bank to the other to make ends meet. In agriculture, you can't survive by doing that. You need government incentives. We started as a commercial farmer. What I mean by commercial farmer is mechanized farming. You have your tractor, you have your planter, you have your harvester. That's why we don't have enough staff, because we do use machines. All our things are automated and mechanized. So if you have that, the only problem we are having is to get them. Thank God we have them already. Getting diesel is another problem. Even getting the diesel, those guys here, they will steal. Even security, they steal my diesel. So we have so many challenges. Those staff that you're paying salary, they will still come and steal your diesel in the night. How many people have? Even last week now, police still came here now. Our chief security officer have been arrested. Our one of my staff, production manager, arrested by stealing. When we had our last meeting at CB Central Bank of Nigeria, when the CBN governor was telling us that we should buckle up, Dangote is coming, it's coming to the industry. We said the more the merrier. The more the merrier. If you have a good quality rice, even with this vicinity I have, if it's 1 million people, you know we capitalize on our population in Nigeria. That's why you see MTN, Glo, all these people, DSTV making so much money from Nigeria because of the population. If I have 1 or 2 million, 3 million hitting my rice every day, I'm okay. That's where I see it. You can't feed the whole nation. I cannot feed this country or this state. My mill is just 100 metric tons capacity, and another 100 metric tons capacity is coming to make it to 200 metric tons per day. With that one, you can produce up to 5 to 6 trailers in a day if you are doing shift, morning and night shift, and availability of your paddy, which is the major problem we are all having now because of insecurity in the country. Most farmers didn't go to farm again. So you can see that we have problems, both man-made and the one that nature made for us. What government can do for us is to empower us, is to see agriculture as a serious business. The way they are putting money on oil and gas, they should put it in agriculture. Let's take this job serious. It will, number one, there will be food sufficiency. It will reduce unemployment rate in the country, honestly. Each local government, if they empower them very well, a lot of our boys on the streets selling plantain chips, selling all this pure water, minerals, they come back to the farm. Like here now, I have a farm settlement where our staff stays. If there's shelter, there's food, there's work. People will leave the street. You see the way they risk their life. So it's all boils down to federal government and state government. They are the one that we need to plead to take agriculture very serious. It's a serious business. Because without food, you can't even work. We so much capitalize on this oil and gas, maybe because of the foreign exchange that we are getting from it, honestly. But there's money in agriculture. There's real money if you take it seriously. From my experience, if you have availability of good land, plain level land, if you have government backing said that in financing, even if financing can be monetized, financing can be on your agri inputs like seed, like fertilizer, like chemicals. If you have all those ones, why not? You strive and make it. Like those people that you met on the road now, you met the security people. Actually, the guys Okun, right? They were showing you those are the people and the private OPC and private security guy that we have. They are the one monitoring us. We make sure that we position them very well, both morning and night. And in our own area too, it's an extra cost for us, but it's better for us to have them to be safe. But federal government cannot be everywhere, honestly speaking. State government cannot be everywhere. You too must protect whatever you have, because it's your business. You have to protect it. From next time, by the special grace of God, like I told you, Lagos State government just gave us a land. They gave us 300 hectares of land very close to this place. We've approached our partners in China, which we are about to sign our MOU. By the time they come with their own equipment and everything to start business with us next year, Okun rice will be everywhere. And our prayer is that Okun rice should be a household name like Uncle Ben's, like Coca-Cola, by the special grace of God.